finally a fun, fresh, exciting, just bubbly, fantastical movie for the summer that's not the Avengers. What's up, guys? Welcome to Movie Important's movie review of Yesterday, the newest film from director Danny Boyle and is written by Richard Curtis. It stars Himesh Patel, Lily James, Joel Fry, Ed Sheeran, and Kate McKinnon. So, Yesterday is an interesting movie because it's a movie I didn't watch any of the trailers for. I wanted to go into this blind. I wanted to see if I could go see a movie without ever seeing the trailers, which is really hard because there are so many trailers on so many movies. Every movie you go see nowadays has 20 to 25 minutes of trailers. So, I saw the trailers for Yesterday came out and I'm like, I'm going to hold off on it. And I'm glad I did because this movie is fun. This movie is fresh. This movie is exciting. This movie is what we need during the summer, offsetting the big budget superhero movies and the live action Disney remakes and just all the big budget material. And we've already had one with Booksmart, which didn't do very well at the theater. But I was actually excited to hear about this concept, which is this guy who is played by Himesh Patel. He plays Jack. He and basically his manager, who ends up being his love interest, who's played by Lily James, who plays Ellie. They go on the road. He's a struggling musician. Nobody sees his stuff. He has some good songs, but nobody cares. This struggling world of being a musician in this day and age. It's just the way it is. If you make it big, then you have done a pretty good job. And one day, all the power goes out around the world. It's like a Y2K scenario, and he gets hit by a bus. He wakes up, he recovers from his injuries, and he finds out that the Beatles are no longer existed. There's nobody's ever heard of them, which is insane because the Beatles are the biggest band of all time for a reason. They have such great music and so on and so forth. You know the Beatles, you've heard of them, you either like them or you don't. So, but he decides, instead of creating his own songs, he's going to take the Beatles songs and do his own thing with it, where he's going to basically make it like his own music. And it captures the attention of a character played by, of course, Ed Sheeran, who's playing Ed Sheeran. He's a famous musician. Everybody knows him. Very, very popular right now. And it spins off from there. His music starts like hitting chords with people. It's all the songs that the Beatles ever wrote and sang. It starts hitting the mainstream, and it catches the attention of Ed Sheeran's manager, who is of course played by the very funny Kate McKinnon. Kate McKinnon is also another acquired taste. You either like her or you don't. I think she's funny. She's very funny in SNL. I enjoyed her in Ghostbusters. I've enjoyed her in other things. And she is a lot of fun here. I think she's one of the funnier things in this movie because she's so outlandish. She's very very a manager type character where she is all about getting you rich, all about getting you the money, all about getting you the fame. And as the story goes along, Jack, of course, is gaining fame through the YouTubes and the Twitters and popularity and so on and so forth. Well, it's pushing aside Ellie, who she has a great affection for him. She loves him, but he can't show it back because he's very stubborn minded, I guess you can put it. And I'll leave it at there. That's kind of the main concept of this movie, but everybody in this movie is just fantastic. The character played by Joel Fry, who's playing Rocky, is a guy who gets fired as a roadie and he becomes like the roadie slash manager style for Jack. And he's just a lot of fun. Like I said, I can't say enough about Lily James, who's very infectious. She's very, bubbly. She's very just fun to watch because she has such a sweet, tender side about her that really plays out and really shows in this movie. And if you've seen Tolkien or anything that kind of Lily James has done in the past, you know that she's just such a great actress and she has great emotion. And because it's written by Richard Curtis, there's a very romantic feel to this movie, a very fantastical, just bubbly sense to it. It's very melancholy when it has to be. But that's what Richard Curtis is known for. If you've ever seen Love Actually or Notting Hill or one of my favorite underrated classics, About Time, he's able to take a couple, kind of put them into scenarios and build them up to a relationship that kind of just feels natural. And it's really cool to see in this movie because as it goes beat for beat and stuff you've seen before in other movies, it feels different and fresh, and that's really awesome to see. So it's definitely a movie that I enjoyed a lot. It's probably as this point in my top 10 because it's not been a lot of big movies that I've enjoyed this year, but it's just such an interesting take, when you see, Jack start playing all the songs, when you see him start playing all the Beatles songs and everybody's getting interested and getting just excited by it, and just to see what the Beatles music really did for society and how it affected the core of your emotions and your brain and your heart and your just excitement. It's a cool thing to see, and it's a cool thing to see for people to be able to kind of reignite, feel that emotion that those songs brought. And it's just such a cool moment. And like I said, Himesh Patel I guess he was on EastEnders, which a lot of people have been on EastEnders. And he's fantastic as the lead actor here. He's fun to watch when you see him kind of start realizing that maybe this music isn't worth what he could have had. It's just a beautiful thing to see. So that'll do it. That's my take on yesterday. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button at the top to find out what I'm doing next. Also, comment below if you decide to see this movie. If you haven't seen it, tell me what your favorite Beatles song is. I'd be interested to know. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out. What's up, guys? Thank you so much for checking out Movie Emporium. I really appreciate it. If you want to, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification button and the bell at the top. Find out what's coming next for Movie Emporium. Also, check out these 2 videos. They're amazing. I think they're awesome. I think you'll enjoy them too. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.